Greetings and salutations to you, my dear friends. I hope that you are doing very well. Kluger the Gamer is back, and we are making some more Fallout 4 Sim Settlements video stuff here at the good old, what's it called? Hangman's Fortress, of course. I didn't forget, it's fine. I didn't rely on that sign behind me to remember what it's called. Listen. So it's, good God. It's been a little while since I made a video, if I'm being completely, to be honest with you. The whole situation with Christmas, or the holidays, however you choose to spend them, and the New Year, it really threw me out of whack, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I forgot what day it was, I didn't know which way was up. So listen, I haven't really had the chance to do much recording. I suspect we have a radstorm coming in. That looks so sick. These, listen you mod makers, you're a bunch of fiends. This looks amazing! And the opening cutscene stuff, the opening, you know, artistic wankery that I did. Listen, that rainstorm? Whoa! How good does this look? Okay, it's definitely a big, oh my God. The heavens are opening. This is why you play modded freaking thing. Oh. But look, anyway, I thought we'd start out here. Yeah, there's definitely a radstorm. We're gonna have a little bit of a naparoony. Because I have done some tidy up strats here. As I mentioned, I think at the end of last episode, I am honestly struggling to remember what I did as of last episode compared to now. So bear with me. But yeah, we did tidy this up. I added a little bit of a footbridge strat here to sort of plug up this hole, because that's something that you would do if you made this an entryway. And I actually put a car here instead of, if you remember, we had a tire wall here instead. So I replaced that with a car because of course you'd have a car here. So why not use it as a barrier? Homemaker has really fantastic vehicle objects you can place. And I particularly like the Homemaker ones because they actually are subject to gravity. So you can kind of drop it in and it kind of rickety rocks until it lands in the right spot. So yeah, so everyone seemed to really like this, which is fantastic. I'm really pleased you guys liked this idea. So we'll be sticking with it. I don't think I've really changed it much since last time. Did I add that light on camera? I think I did. So we'll close that off. Besides that, nothing much else has changed. Other than miscellaneous upgrades throughout the settlement. As you can see in the bottom left, our happiness is sliding down. I think I've just got that annoying bug. I think it's a bug where okay, we've steadied at 81, which is good. Because it was slowly sliding down from like the mid-80s. And I think, in my observation from having, done a few settlements at this point in time, I think settler death via raid seems to cause a bit of an impact with settler happiness. I'm just going to sleep off this storm. As sexy as it looks, I don't want to get ratified and be annoying you blokes with rain and stuff while I'm trying to talk to you, so we'll sleep that off. We lost one of the original settlers oh my God, what is this? We lost one of the original settlers who was running one of the, oh my God, my voice. Who was running one of the farms out back. I have not been able to locate a corpse, but I believe it was caused as a result of a raid on this side of town. The corpses are now gone. We had another super mutant raid on this side, so get off my build zone seems to most definitely be working, which is really cool. I think that's where we lost the settler. I think, and then from there, happiness was slowly going down. It actually seems to be recovering now. According to the UI, it's going back up, so that's cool. That's fantastic to see. So as a result of this raid, I added some extra, like, actual functional defense here. But I also noticed, look, if we pretend we're a raider, or a super mutant, around this side of town, I don't think they're smart enough to realize this, unless they sort of latch onto a settler and they might actually path this way. But if you head sort of through here, there's like full unfettered access to the inner sanctum. And to what was Nico's farm at one point in time, but that friggin' jerk keeps friggin' abandoning his station. So I think I'm gonna have to put some, I think I might just do like a nice long junk fence line through here somewhere, just to kind of, you know, bar that off. We don't want anyone getting in and scooting in this way. Well, I could actually, Homemaker's got these bushes that you can actually build into the settlement, so, or as settlement objects. So maybe we'll do that, but that's something, It's not super high priority because I don't think it's going to cause a huge problem. It's just worth noting though. We had the solar farm upgrade and person's having trouble. Oh my god, we're getting serious rainbow glitch, man. We're getting it over there and we're getting it on that sign over there. I still haven't downloaded the mod to fix that. Speaking of mods, so I've installed the Thematic and Practical mod and the Creative Clutter mod, recommended by Canuck082 and Jack Seriani, respectively, in the comments of the last video. Thank you both. I've installed both mods, and both will definitely serve very well here in Hangman's Fortress, which is really, really cool. They're obviously thematically appropriate, and they just add the right kind of stuff that I think was missing from the meta. So it's something I've had a brief look through them, and I've used them a little bit just in doing some testing and whatnot. But we'll definitely acquiesce some more the further down the line we go. So speaking of which, we'll go up to the bar because this has been a very contentious matter apparently for chat down below. Not really contentious, but I'm just hamming it up for the sake of being a goose. Okay, we'll upgrade you. Don't even trip. So I think I brought in a settler to replace our lost settler, and I brought in an extra settler to run the fish farm because Nico just didn't want to do it. So I had to call in some extra reinforcements. So that's the main changes we've seen other than all these upgrades that we're doing. So screwed. So I think I did this from Thematic and Practical. So you can see this actually has an awning now. And I don't know if I've shown you the new lights. I might have. They look really cool. That's from Not Your Average Neon. I think it looks fantastic. So this is the awning we've added, which is from Thematic and Practical. As it turns out, SOE also has some awning kind of stuff. So I could have used that, but it did sort of have a bit of too much of a downward slope. Excuse me, so I've avoided using that. But I think this actually looks pretty cool. Now, I needed to make it look supported, so I've used a radar pole here, and this is from the Greeble mod. This is like a Diamond City antenna, I think it's called. I was going to use some posts, but like from the structures subcategory, but I think it looked far too bulky. So I think that looks pretty cool. Sort of jammed through the wood, you know, very haphazardly sort of acquiesced onto the poles there. I think it's got some vibes, and it's finally covered. So you know, if they want to sit under there, they can. And then this is when when it's not raining, this is where you hang out. I think it's come out pretty solid. I'm pretty stoked on that. Also, no one's noticed the garden gnomes yet. What's the deal? Come on, they're fantastic. I do want to make a way down from here if possible. We have to acquiesce that at some point in the future. There's still so much to do. This is by far, I think, the most complex build overall. Like, oh man, because there's so many nooks and crannies. Like with Spectacle Island, for example, as fun as that was, it was just huge, right? So it was like it was working in a gigantic space. So you kind of work in big brush strokes. Whereas there's so many like nooks and crannies here in Hangman's Fortress that you can just acquiesce indefinitely. So yeah, I'm just gonna go scoot down here to see what upgrades are forthcoming, and then, like I think I mentioned last episode, we're going to check out the I added these signs here as well, again from Not Your Average Neon, more thematically appropriate, to be honest. No, Billy and his friggin' medical joint. There you go, mate. Suck on that one. Yeah, so just above us, we're going to start working on that shopping strip there. Get some more external plots cooking, I think, is going to be really, really cool. So let's go and do that. I just wanted to do a lap. I'm essentially doing nothing while I get caught up with you guys. Because it's felt like a long time since I've... Close the door! Since I've done anything. And it has, really, like I said, the holiday period. I hope it went smoothly for you guys. It went relatively smoothly for me. It wasn't insanely busy or anything like that. Is it up there? Is that where we're being told to go? It's not the defense plot here? No, it's on the roof. It's on the roof. Oh, in the shanty town. Yeah. Yeah, it went relatively smoothly for me, but it's just a busy time. And then I was back at work as of the, well, technically I actually took a public holiday shift. I worked on New Year's Day, and then we were back at work the following day. We didn't really have a super long break, which is the nature of the industry that I'm in, which is fine. But then, between the fact that I had to go back to work early and the holiday period itself, it's just sort of It all just flew by in the blink of an eye. Jeez, that's a mouthful. So yeah, these are the new houses that I've added just to support the extra settler or two that we've had to bring in. But the shantytown's looking really cool. I definitely want to try sort of conjoin these things. And now that we've got the creative clutter mod and that kind of thing, all these awning options and like tents and that kind of thing, I think we can sort of connect them and make it feel like a sheltered walkway sort of situation. You know what I mean? Make them feel like they're all a part of each other rather than whoops, I'm just gonna refresh this plot. It seems to be stuck. Yeah, make them feel like they flow as a single cohesive piece rather than just a bunch of plots, which I mean effectively they are, and I'm sure that like in reality I just want to show you this house because it looks really cool. That's a whip plot. In reality, they are just a series of plots, but yeah, making them flow a little more nicely and make it feel conducive. You know, it just gives it that little bit of something that might otherwise be missing. You know, add a lot of decoration and clutter, of course, and lighting and that kind of thing. Just give it that extra little bit of pizzazz, as it were. So we'll scoot our way down. Mate, the scope creep though. Listen, I'm already 11, nearly 12 minutes into this episode. We've done nothing. It's so rude. But I can't help it, mate. Like, I'd make, like, 2-hour episodes if I could, but... Look, YouTube doesn't like a freaking Nico. Listen to him. He doesn't... Yeah, you want to talk to me now? It's fine. So, yeah, this is the situation we're working on now. So, when people have been granted access... Screw. So you go that way if you live here, you know, if you're familiar with the situation, you come through here. But otherwise, you're gonna scoot through here, and you're gonna succumb to the commercialism, the consumerism of Hangman's Fortress. So we're gonna think about how we're gonna lay this out. I think I touched briefly on this last episode, because I am thinking of sort of adding some defensible acquiescence up here because. We can't get raided from here, and our settlement does extend beyond this fence. You know, in practical terms, it made sense to put a fence here because this is where you can actually get into the guts of our settlement, and we want to be careful with that. Obviously, we don't want to let blokes just walk straight in, so we've added some obstacles to try and prevent that. But yeah, we've got all this extra space, and I'm pretty sure we could fit easily 2 more plots here. And in fact, we'll measure that out right now. I'm used to sim settlements being in the last position. God damn it. So we'll go with the wooden blocks. The wooden blocks. What am I trying to say? Now, one thing to consider as well, because I like to do this sink strat. That'll most definitely go there, and we'll sort of push it up against the fence as far as we can. Maybe just in a fraction. Right, and I might even add a little bit of a fence situation there, just to make it sort of feel like this is the entrance. Not junk fence, like that's too bulky, but something there. Oh, we're tight. I think I might just cheese it. Right. It's letting us place it, so we're gonna say that's fine. Though again, like maybe a fencing situation there too. We can cheese it. Like it's fine. Don't even trip. That works well though. But I wanted to check downstairs because this might be impinging on the situation down there. It might be cutting into the tunnel. That's what I'm trying to say. I really want to add a freaking staircase here. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Yeah, there they are right there. Okay, that's good to know. So we have to just lift that a little bit. It's not a major deal. It might look a little bit floaty. God dang it, there's no easy way back upstairs. It's so annoying. I could just, you know... It's tempting. But I kind of... In a roleplay sense, I really like the isolation, you know what I mean? Because it means... You can only... Oh, fancy! Yeah, the fact that this is the only entry point here and it's defensible with this turret and that kind of thing... Yes. It makes sense from that, in that capacity, you know, because you wouldn't want to give a bloke who's trying to raid your settlement multiple entry points from any given scenario. You want to bottleneck and control things, you know what I'm saying? So, wait, I don't need to go this way. That's... No, this is a long way to go. So to add steps there, I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know how I feel about it. It's so impractical though. So 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. You know what I'm saying? It's the worst. Any bad guys? No, we're good. We're good. They haven't respawned here. Solid. All right, nearly there. Look, I apologize. Listen. I think I might have to do it. I'm not even sure how, because like it's actually so nicely railed off that it's an awkward situation. But maybe some I'm outside the settlement here, aren't I? Yeah. Screw it. We'll have to turn off workshop. So it's not. It's apparently I'm inside the boundaries here. Rude. Apparently not. I can turn off workshop timeout, but just in terms of where we can build stuff. I might noodle with that off camera. That's boring stuff in terms of the process. Let me assure you. So we'll just have to lift these a bit, which is a bit of a shame. Actually, I actually don't like how tall that is. I think it might just have been this one. I suspect. So if we move this over, like maybe quite a ways too, hopefully that's not cutting through. Hopefully. And then we can put this other one maybe on no foundation. Perhaps we could get away with that. Perhaps. Let's have a look. Hi-oh. Oh god. Yeah, okay, we're good. We're good. So, that first one's fine, that's pretty good to see. I need to know if I can cheese this. It's killing me, Smalls. I think there is a way to cheese it. Hello? I'm always curious as to I don't really know what the respawn patterns is. Backstreet Apparel did sort of reinfest with raiders after a little while. I don't know what period of time. Because I don't pay attention to that. I just sleep when it's dark so I can get back to work. But they did eventually reappear. So I don't know. Come on. Oh, yeah, we did it. I don't know what the acquiescence is in that regard. But something to try and bear in mind. It'd be cool if there was a shallower foundational plot. I don't think there is, though, which is a bit of a shame. But we'll just need to press on, so... Yeah, I think what we'll do is mostly just have stuff on this inner sort of situation, you know? I mean, I could make them kind of duck and weave a little bit, you know, like make them alternate, which side they're on. I can speak English. But no, I like just a nice, clear, defined walkway here, and this will be out of the way because we'll, of course, attach power to the power poles once the plots go in. Let's get this as low as we can. So I do prefer the low profile if I can manage it. Right, we can pretty much go flush up to here. That's not going to be a big deal. And then we'll skirt another one in here. I'm gonna have to set up some housing for these individuals too. Rude. Actually, though, I just want to work from this side because this is the plot we want to sort of get real nice, you know, in terms of its distance from here, so it looks good when you enter, you know. Oh, rude though. Hang on. It wouldn't be beyond the realms to suggest that you'd remove this for the sake of a plot. That looks fine. Okay, cool. Fight me. But then also, I want to leave access to this door. Rude. Because there's a little defense nook, you know? Is it really that big of a deal, though? I don't know. It's probably not that big of a deal. I'd rather just get this whole situation looking nice. So, if you're entering from here, that's got some good flow. I think that's going to work okay. Yeah. Okay, good. Now we can't fit one more, sort of. I'm a little bit concerned because this building's kind of sticking its butt out a little bit. You can see there. Screw it, though. But if we screwed it and then screwed it... I'm sorry, I'm speaking such nonsense. Right? And again, bearing in mind, this is not going to be an issue once we get that sorted out, so... And we can lower it to... I think that's going to be okay. I think that's going to be okay. And we can lower this just a fraction more. Maybe just move it in that way a little touch. I think, oh, we're a little far back on this side too. That's good. That's got a good flow, and it ends kind of nicely there too. Because you know, if the regulars need to come out here and acquiesce some shopping, you just bang, it's right here. You know, it's going to look interesting once the plots are actually in place. Hopefully, it's not sort of too overbearing, but like our space for external stuff is reasonably limited. I know we've got this whole friggin' boulevard over here. Geez, this almost makes more sense as a shopping district now. I'm rethinking my whole situation now. Kluger, what are you doing to me? We've already started putting residential here. No, but then residential makes sense too because like it's posh, you know, or a little bit haphazard if I'm being completely honest. Oh, this is tough. I'm having a long, hard think about this acquiescence. I'd be interested to hear what you guys think in the comments below as well. I'm not super opposed to changing things around. We've got the industrial corner over there. Yeah, it's a tough one. It's a bit of a tough one. But seeing this being the main entrance point, it makes sense that you'd have shops here, right? You wouldn't just walk into a bunch of people's houses. Or, I mean, you could. I did that at on our... What's that place called? Far Harbor build. A few seasons back. But this feels right as shops, you know? I'm actually tempted to take this one out. Just to try and keep the spacing good. Because we're going to have two shops up here as well, you know? So that gives me the sense that there's not really a need for this, like to cram this many shops in such a small area. So we might delete that and just slide these down a bit, and that will hopefully give it a better sort of overall feel, you know. And then we could possibly even put some... Where does this time out? Okay. We could possibly cheese an internal plot in there. And then just give this a sort of like an entryway courtyard sort of feel somehow. So I'll slide that. I slid that one that way. Cool. And I'll slide this one across just a touch. So there's not too much distance between them. And there we go. Bob's your uncle. 4 commercial plots and possibly like an entertainment plot as well. Just to like finagle the whole situation. And I haven't forgot about this little nook too. I'm still very tempted to delete a Greeble and put a little shop in here because I think that could be really cool. I like using all these little nooks and crannies more than I like building big plots, if I'm being completely honest. But I'll talk with that off camera because we've been going nearly the full length of the episode already. So bear with me, give me some time to work, and I'll be back with you in just a hot second. And we are back, my friends. I hope the wait has not been too frustrating and acquiescent. Look, I know it's actually been no time at all because that's how editing works. But I'm just trying to be funny. Ha! Ha, ha. It's fine. Excuse me, Lance.
Hey there.
Look, radio though. How are things?
How are things going? Say anything comes to mind.
Oh, that's good. I just wanted to make sure. All right, we're fine. So yeah, well, I just wanted to pick up where we left off in a manner of speaking because the Roadhouse Bar has upgraded to max level. It's looking real hot and dapper and fantastic. And look, I think it all blends together really nicely. I'm pretty stoked on that.
Yeah.
But that's not really what I've been working on. The focus has been getting that shopping strip going, and I think it's actually turned out really, really well. And as a sort of, what are you doing, yes, Davis? You don't sit there. Do you sit there? You're a confused individual. That's as much as I can tell you. As a byproduct of trying to get the shops up and running, oh, this is glitching out. Look, this says no. There's no table here. I don't know what's going on there. As a byproduct of wanting to get the shopping strip up and running, I had to add more housing, and that has primarily resulted in the shantytown getting more and more expansive. And I think it's at the point where I'm talking about this so much that we're actually going to have to work on it in the next episode or two, because it's getting pretty full on. So you know this bit, right? This is all familiar, where it sort of wraps around from the center point down there, and that's the Hangman's Alley regular area. Coming up this way, this is all the usual stuff. There's, for a frame of reference, oh, it's right here. Here's a fancy defense plot. Comes up here, and then this is all new. So we've got a house tucked in here, which I thought worked really well because we come up over the roof of this house to continue on into the shantytown area, and then you access this one down through here. I was going to go down this way, but this freaking box with its weird hitbox, I don't want to go near that. So we come down this way, and then we just scoot through this little area, and maybe eventually we'll add some decorative indicators to acquiesce that this is the way you're supposed to come around. And then we've got a plot in here, which is nicely. I wanted to try and face it kind of outwards so that any ambient lighting does sort of come down. So we're over the farming district over here, the sort of back entrance. And we've got another one here up against this wall, and I've used another one of these awnings from what's-its-face. This is not the right plot because awnings can't really support that. Okay, we're going to have to change this. What do we want? What do we want? Something like pretty gourmand. I don't know if we have. Could be a cool one. I rose by its name. Couch Dreams is a cool one too. For the Love of Books actually could be a cool one. From right end and left front. Yeah, look, it should be fine. Right end just worries me a little bit because right end's like pretty far up here. Oh yes, of course, worth mentioning that I've tried to use wooden posts here instead, just to try a different sort of contrast. I did have to actually upsize them with place anywhere strats. They're at 110% scale to be tall enough. King Gath has been on my case about using upscaling and rotating and stuff. No, look, he's a sweet bloke. He knows I'm trolling. But yeah, I had to upscale those to make those work. I think they look okay. I think my preference is how we did the bar, which from here is over the roof there. You can see the pole there. I do prefer the poles. They're a little more out of the way. But I don't mind that either. I haven't actually put any support on this last one yet. So to get down here, you come through here and then down here. And we've got one last house, which as you can see has also been acquiesced with population. That's floating a little bit. Okay. It's hard to judge the flaws on these sort of surfaces, which I suspect aren't necessarily designed with, you know, sim settlement strats in mind. So it's fine. Wait, did I say plots with sim settlement strats? You know, plots with, you know, I don't think many of the plot designers intend for a hack like me to be placing these things every which way possible. But yeah, it's a cool little nook down here for sure. And again, awnings, I need to put something here. I probably should just put the poles. I do think they look the best, but I think this pretty much spells the end of sort of space in terms of what we can put down here. We could almost squeeze one more plot into here, possibly. But I kind of like that. Is that better? It's still, I think, slightly floating. Oh my goodness, I just can't get it right. So I think it's just got to be like poking out of the surface like that, right? We should be good. And so again, for frame of reference, but we're above the industrial strip here. There's our solar panels, and this is our water industrial plot, I think. Then coming up here is how you get back out. And I don't think there's space for much else in this area. Maybe like we could tuck one in here. This is a flat wall, so yeah, perhaps we could squeeze one in here. We're in no desperate need for more housing right now, because I've been expanding down here as well, so we've actually got a little bit of curvature going on for more housing acquiescence down there. So we're in pretty good shape in that regard. But I do want to start tying this all together and sort of essentially add decoration between. Oh, we've already got one of these over there. Dang it, Meg. I think we do. Right. I don't even know my own way around here. It's this one up here. It's the same one, isn't it? Yep. Alright, so we'll go with the... Wait, I'll check which plot it is and then change it accordingly. Because Kluger knows stupid. Well, I am, but it's fine. For the love of books. Okay. Let's try this again. Tinkerer... We've got a Tinkerer Digs. We'll do Couch Dreams. That should be fine. So yeah, we'll try tying this all together. Like maybe, like for example, you'd assume these two people tolerate each other. So we can put like a little table and chairs in between here, some nice lighting, and just like random clutter to make it look like something's going on here. Like here, we'll put, yeah, you can put a little table. I don't know what else. Something fun. You put something fun there, okay? And we screw it up this way. And then blood owl. And then we're back in business, back in familiar territory. So if we screw it up here real quick, so you can kind of see from up here, the shopping strip has become populated, and you can also see that our settle account has kind of skyrocketed just a tad, and that's because I wanted to get that up and running, so you guys could see how the building comes up. And look, I'm actually really pleased with how it acquiesced. I specifically chose the plots in this case rather than randomizing them, because I wanted to make sure to get the feel I was going for, or just, you know, place thematically appropriate plots. I don't know why I even bother closing these doors, but... So yeah, they came up really good. I think this place looks really fantastic now. The focus was like eateries and entertainment and that kind of thing. Or really, it's eateries primarily. Apparently this is actually a first aid joint, but it's like... what's it actually called? Whoops. View plaque, please. Gaslight concoctions, which makes me think it's like less than legitimate, you know, mind-altering beverages of varying varieties. Gaslight concoctions by Tunubia. It looks really cool, and the added kicker, which made me really intrigued by this, is if you screw it up here. Hello. There's actually and it said in the description when I chose this plot that you can put an internal residential up here, and that's exactly what I did. So we've got that there. This is, I'll just show you each of them, because I'm really pleased with each of these in turn. Wicked Awesome Ramen by Captain Coots, which looks really cool. It's got that, you know, that outdoor kind of vibe, which is fantastic. This one, Calvin Ball Pool Hall by Mermache. Did I say that right? Mermarachne, I think it is actually. Mermarachne, yeah, there we go. And finale, Roadside Diner by Oh No. So yeah, that's, I mean, there's an obvious kind of strat I'm going for here, which I think looks really, really cool. I'm glad I sort of pushed it out in further into the road, so we've got this nice open area as you walk in. I'm hoping this will start to look really cool and busy once, yeah, once night times roll around and all that sort of stuff. I think it's come up really cool. It just has a vibe to it, which is fantastic. Also, and look, this banana's got caught exactly where I want to be building. How good is this nook? Listen, I'm going to be working with it, make no mistake. Oh yeah, added a little bit of this is a beach fence, I think it's called, from Homemaker, which I thought looked really cool. It's kind of, it matches the foundation, and it does what we need to do in terms of framing the walkway without being too in the way. Which is nice, which is really nice. And I did acquiesce and put a thing down here just for convenience. But it's also there because it makes my life just easier. Wait, hang on. But no, it also, I don't know what I'm even saying right now. But like for the sake of showing you guys what this looks like from over here, oh, for God's sake. Well, we're down here now, I guess, so. But it looks like it's a thing. It looks habitated, right? How fantastic. I'm looking forward to the ramen place upgrading as well, because I think that's going to look really dope. So yeah, I'm really, really happy with how this is looking. Stoked. Oh yeah, and a little bloke in here, just, you know, just in case. Because, you know, this is going to be a populous zone, and if we're getting raided, we want to be fairly, you know, as protected as possible. So yeah, I'm really pleased with that, and we're gonna fill this in. I might even do this with you blokes on camera. And I think I am going to use this space too. I'll do a quick save in case I break a thing and make it look gross. But yeah, I'm really happy. I am stupendously pleased. I will also make a quick note, and Uitwit actually warned me about this, that I had to move the boat further out from under the bridge, because as you can see at level 3, you get these really tall acquiescents poking out, so I had to go ahead and fix that. Excuse me, Doge. Cat, striped cat. You're so rude. I'm a cat person in real life, so it's fine actually, but don't even trip. So yeah, this looks really great. I'm so stoked. I'm so freaking stoked. But okay, look. This grebe... I think it's going to be worth it. I think it's going to be worth it. Please. Okay. And this is all one grebe? It does look. Now that it's gone, it's not that big of a deal, right? Okay. Okay. I think we're going to have to put some floor quiescence in here. I don't know what gibberish I'm speaking right. I did caffeinate between sort of blocks that you would have seen me doing here, if that makes any sense at all. Like as in during my AFK recording situation, I have been caffeinated. Right, I think I might even sink it down just a little bit more, and we'll make it kind of look like a palette, I suppose, if that makes any sense at all. Hello, object snap. It is on. Hello, you don't want to do a snap job? Nah. Actually, I think I just don't like this nonsense. Maybe should we just snap? Can we snap something next to it? Right, I think that looks okay. Once we get a plot in there, I think it's going to be fine anyways. Now, in terms of stair access, yeah, I know I could have done all of this off camera, but yeah, I want to go. I do like to bring y'all into the process where I can. So that's why I kind of wanted to save this for on camera. So a little access point here, make it as sort of out of the way as possible. That works. That works. Brrr. And then we'll run the plot this way, right? And you know, my immediate thought is some kind of drug nook would make the most sense. We'll see what we can fit. I'm pretty sure that like whatever I choose to like, I can probably object snap this, can't I? It should snap to the floor. No, it doesn't seem like it wants to snap to the floor. We're gonna have to do a manual job. Oh, that's what I didn't consider. Hang on. Before we go ahead, can you just... We're going to have to elevate this just a fraction more. Just so it acts a bit nicer with the floor here. Does that make sense? With the natural floor, we'll call it, I suppose. Right, so someone's, you know, just gone to the trouble of filling that out so they can run their little shady business. Down this side alleyway. So it wants to snap that way, but not this way, which is interesting. So we're going to have to just work with that, I suppose. So we're doing a recreational plot here, which I think is suitable. I can't remember all the plot strats that I've got, if I'm being honest with you. How's that for placement? We're floating off the wall just a tad too much, maybe? Yeah. I think that ought to do okay. And maybe we just shift it in a touch. So like roll this way. I think that's pretty good. I think I'm okay with that. Alright, and we'll quick save. Because I'm pretty pleased with how that came out. And now what I'm thinking of doing... Okay, it's coalescing for me right now. I'm glad these come in separate bits. I know for a fact this isn't going to snap, but what we could probably do to make this look semi-legitimate is just recycle this like this. This is probably tilting you guys watching. I'm almost certain. That's a pretty good blend. Oh, not quite, not quite. I don't think the textures quite match either. But if you don't look too closely, I'm sure it'll look fine. Oh! We can do this. We can do this, viewers. That's pretty good. I don't think they're even quite the same size. So, like, as I get one side nice, the other one kind of poo-poos. So that looks good on this side now. I think that's clean. But then we come on this side. I think it's more a texture issue than anything else. But that's acquiescent to the floor. And now we've got this nice little entryway. Look at that. How nice is that flow? Hot damn! We'll put a commercial plot here because we put an entertainment plot over there. It's only fair. And then screw. Now we might put a roof on this bloke. I think. Hello. So it's got power. It might have a little bit of trouble with this dongleation going on here, so maybe I'll just move it forward a touch, which will mean the fuse box is off the wall. That's a bit too far off the wall for my tastes. What's this? Is this on a friggin' weird angle? So look, this is important stuff to show, all right? Because this is the madness that I go through when I'm off camera, all right? You gotta know the costs of this artwork. Can you sound more pretentious while you're at it, Clugs? Maybe we slide it across a little more too. But this is important. Like you want every plot to feel intentional, you know? It's important. Hopefully this comes out okay. It's really going to depend on which plot we get, but I think we'll get away. I think we'll get away with it. But as if you wouldn't use this space, right? Yeah, this looks fine. If you're not looking too closely, it's not a bother at all. Shh, it's fine. I'm just waiting for the ASM sensor to load in. All right, cool. Choose building plan. Pardon me, just taking a sip of the old water. The brothel, I mean, thematically appropriate, but it does like add a dedicated building, which can get a little awkward in this space, I would think. Roadhouse bar. We've already got a lot of bars, so I don't know if we need more bars. We have a weapons store. Military surplus could be cool. Nuclear Nelly. Pit stop goods. Like a generic kind of... I kind of imagine this as someone who's turned up after the fact. So, you know, the council of Hangman's Fortress has been like, this is the shopping district. And then, you know, as we get more popular, shady blokes turn up with their sort of 2-bit stalls and just sell whatever they can find. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that's going to be appropriate. Do we already have one, though? That's the only concern I have. I think I might actually have already done that. Entrances from right end and left front. That's the right kind of entrance. Blackston's Bespoke. From rags to riches. We've got you covered. Wrong entryway, though. That's pretty much our options. Nuclear Nelly. What's this got? Want to be a nice... Workwear. Entrances from both ends and center front. That should work because it entrances from the... It enters from the end? You know what I'm trying to say. Oh, I'm having a hard time choosing here. So it pretty much ends... Just hang on a second. So it does... You can't enter from this end. Alright, which is fine. I just wanted to restart that because I think as you choose and cancel building plans, they can sometimes disappear from the list. Right end and left front. Left end and right front. Both ends center front. Probably left and right end is what we want. We'll go military surplus, all right? Jeez. And then what do we do now? Is this should be getting power, I would say. Right? Yeah, we're solid as on power, which is great. All right, choose building plan. Bathroom could be funny. Mini bathroom, the smoking room could be kind of cool. Rec room, fever blossom, like, you know. Beans and... Oh, that could be cool. Oh, man. It's enterable from... No, wait. Left end as we look at it. That should be correct. That should be correct. Because this is the left... As you look at it, that's the left. Because I'm pretty sure from memory the sensor is on the right of the plot. So that would be really cool. A little coffee nook. That's so hipster, bro. Actually, no, we'll go this way. Sorry for the camera swiveling spam. Yeah, someone's opened the door since. Probably dog meat. It's fine. I don't know why I keep him around, but he's handy for the occasional adventure that we have. I'll summon... Look, we'll add a couple more blokes. I don't know that they'll populate both of those, because I have another farm available. I was getting a little concerned with our food situation, so... I plonked in a couple more farm plots. 28 now, solid, good, good, good. But then this farm, our mole rat farm did upgrade, which is cool. So here's one here. It's the... I'll just show you. I do want to shout out the mod makers, you know, so it's best that I show you the plaques, for sure. Silk Bean and Coffee by Tenuvia, which is because it's on a platform, I wanted to choose something appropriate. And I've got another one set up here, which is apparently being built. This is a fancy one, though. Wait, what? No, hang on. It's not. This is just like the foundation. We've got a wall issue here. Listen. It's just one thing after another, man. I reckon a homemaker wood wall. Whoops. Structure. Because it's got some real... Whoops, that's warehouse, bro. No, that's metal walls, bro. Hello? Where is it? Wood walls, Jesus. So one of these blocks, you know, just nice and plain and simple. I think it looks... it actually looks terrible. This is just the wrong plot for this corner. We might have to go another Uwitwit farm plot. See this small dongle? Which just fits real nice. What's it called again? Hello? Mini farm. Yeah, it's gonna have to be another mini farm. Man, I'm so distracted. At all times. Choose building plan. Not that anyone's choosing to work here yet, but... we might get something with a bit of variety. Cool. So yeah, that was worth mention as well. I don't think we've had any raid acquiescence since. Any bad guys? No, we're clean, we're solid. I haven't had any raids today, actually. For context, I've been playing probably for 2 or 3 hours at this point. Oh, you picked these 2 places to live, you jerks! I want someone to live on top of the concoction shop. This is going to be an interesting plot too, by the way, if we look at the plaque. Junk Wall of Boston by Murmuracne. It's meant to blend in with a junk wall, but I'm intrigued by how it looks on its own, so I kind of just want to let it build and see if it looks fine just standing out here, so... Yes, yes. This worked out really nicely too, in terms of like blending into this corner here. Ah, hello buddy. Carlo, mate, you got a bit of an attitude on you first up. Just saying. Settler, another new settler here? Cool hat, bro. Winnie, you're a champ. You're an absolute champion. Okay. So it looks like these are both set up. Yeah, that's cool. I'll just leave that, TBH. It's pretty nifty. The back wall's a bit kind of weird, but I think it blends in. It doesn't sort of look too obtuse in the area. Now, food situation-wise, we're at 32 food, which is good for now. Those farms will upgrade pretty soon, and if we get another person in, we'll get another 2 food. This plot is still assigned. I've been having problems with this plot real bad. It keeps wanting to unassign it. Not a regular well, it keeps happening. It's not at a regular interval. I don't know if there's a pattern, but on occasion it's just like, nah, bro. It just keeps wanting to unassign, which is a bit frustrating. But what are you gonna do? So let's have a look. What, did we get anything happening in here? Dude, there are stairs right here.
You're one of the good guys.
This looks really cool. This is perfect. I might put an awning here. That would probably make sense. But it kind of just looks cool out in the open like that. Nah, look, we'll put an awning. But man, I've been recording for 25 minutes, so maybe I'll do that off camera. Because boy, oh boy, we're going to be recording forever here. This episode's going to be nearly an hour. Okay, that didn't assign. So let's Hazel, go. We've got multiple doctors in this area. What are you doing? Don't cough all over me. Oh man, the amount of times I've done this lab. Screw it. Multipass. I can only assume they're going to be assigning to this farm then. Mate. Hello. Oh my god, we are starting to get kind of framey too, which is a bit of a bummer, but it's inevitable building on this kind of scale. Yeah, okay. Why is this floating though? I don't, maybe I'm having a mod conflict. Because it seems like certain objects are just kind of going missing. Or maybe they're just taking a little while to render in. I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure. I don't even know, like, that fence, I don't know why that's still there. That's from the hydroponic plot. So there's something funky going on. I'll try refreshing the plot. And we'll see what happens. But look, I'll mess with that off camera. If you know what might be going on there, it could just be general just loading lag. I've had a few issues with like even the roads loading in and that kind of thing. But I definitely have to leave this here, ladies and gents. I hope you enjoyed this slightly more drawn out, sort of finicky episode. As always, your comments and suggestions are welcome down below. As you've been able to tell, I've been able to incorporate your ideas in a lot of instances, and is most definitely making the settlement a lot better. So please feel unabashed in sharing any notions or ideas or acquiescence you may have. Otherwise, the usual like and subscribe nonsense is very helpful too. And I hope to see you in the next one. My name is Kluger, and you have a fantastic day.